Fallon. Congressman, we wanted you on the story. What's your reaction to this? Miranda Devine dropped this bombshell report in the New York Post about these unearthed social media posts that show Crooks openly supporting political assassinations, ranting against Trump, using they-them pronouns online. So do we know about his motive? We know why he did it? Do you still have more questions about this?
I do now, yes, Liz. And, when we were, as you know, I was on the task force that investigated the attempted assassination. And what we found, at least from the evidence that was provided to us, was he was certainly mentally disturbed. He was kind of all over the map politically. At that time, it just simply looked like he wasn't that politically motivated. I find it very interesting now that he seemed to have somewhat of an admiration for, at least in part, some of Mao Zedong. He had a fascination and interest in Mao Zedong. I find that very interesting that the FBI may have known about that and didn't share that with Congress. So I would like to, I sit on the Oversight Committee, I'd like to see the Oversight Committee look into this a little bit so the American people can have a full, can we be assured that there's a full vetting that has gone on.
Yeah, full vetting, because again, nobody really knows if he did operate alone. I mean, the agents say he did operate alone, but you don't know the network, who he was plugged into online. That's the same issue with the person who assassinated Charlie Kirk. There's a web of influencers out there that are basically really malignant forces that are turning people's minds, like Thomas Crooks and the assassin who took Charlie Kirk's life.
Yeah, he's a very disturbed young man, and I mean, God forbid, if President Trump hadn't turned just at the right time, where would this country be right now? And that's why it was so very important to really not leave, any stone unturned. And under the Biden DOJ, the FBI, we didn't even see the rifle as a member of the task force for, several weeks. And that doesn't seem right to me. That's not as if that rifle was going to hold any secrets that Beijing or Tehran or Moscow would be interested in. So I'm glad that under Kash Patel, I think this is very telling as far as transparency, the commitment that Kash Patel has in the FBI now, Liz, is all the documents related to whatever matter. Under Comey, only 3,000 pages were turned over to Congress. Under Wray, it was 13,000. Under Kash Patel, it's already been 38,000.
Wow,
so he
incredible.
seems really committed to being very transparent.
Congressman Pat Fallon, always great to see you from House Oversight. Thanks for joining us.